Hello and welcome my lovely friends. Today in our fitness channel we're gonna try fitting. Today's topic is a really important one. We're gonna go into the mobility problem zones. Those places that most people struggle with when it comes to mobility, and if you don't work on them can lead to a lot of problems, including injury risk and death. If you don't do enough mobility, you can die from it. Now, since I enjoy keeping you all alive so you can watch my videos, we're gonna try and prevent that, and we're gonna go through each problem zone step by step. And if you follow everything as it is in the video, you shouldn't need any other mobility routine. We're gonna be working through all the major muscle groups. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna start at the top and move downward, starting with our shoulders. Now, many people get problems like shoulder impingement, winging, or even frozen shoulder syndrome. All you're gonna need is a wall. You're gonna put both hands on said wall and you're gonna stand up, straightening both your legs and try pushing your chest down towards the ground. That should open up your shoulder blades at the back, and funny enough, we're not only working on our shoulders, but we have a nice little hamstring stretch, which is not what we want to work on, but it's a nice bonus. If you want to get around that, you can isolate your shoulders by bending your legs slightly and pushing downwards. And the nice thing about that one is it's not just for opening your shoulders up, but it'll also open up your chest. You can consider this exercise a loaded stretch because we can actually use our body weight and use our strength to push down further and further and further. Very important, and keep that in mind, you want to keep your arms extended. So don't try and bend your arms, keep them fully extended and push downwards all the way. Now the next exercise is going to be really simple and really easy. We're going to switch from shoulders to our chest mobility, and all we need to do is either grab hold of another wall or anything where you can put your hand around, and all you need to do is twist your upper body, and as you can see here, we're already pulling on our chest muscle and on our biceps additionally. So we have a full stretch in our chest, in our biceps, and we can even include the front part of our deltoids if we go down just a little bit. So basically, we're gonna hold on and we turn, 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 turn until I can see you from the other side, looking like some monster from the ring. Now to move on, we're gonna go to our hip flexors and include our lower abdominals. This one's gonna be really easy, so we're gonna have a beginner exercise for our hip flexors, and we're gonna have an advanced exercise where we're gonna be combining hip flexors, our lower abdominals, and our quadriceps. So you just go into a lunge position with your knee on the ground, and you're gonna push forward. Once I push forward and pull my upper body back, we have a lengthening in our quadriceps, in our hip flexor, and our lower abdominals the further we go back with our upper body. To the advanced version of this exercise, this one is for people who already have a little bit of hip mobility and want to go even further. We're going to have 3 stages for this one. Stage number 1, we're going to be sitting like so. We're going to put our hands back here, our feet are straight on the ground, and we're going to push upward. Now we have a full stretch in our entire frontal muscle chain. The nice thing about this exercise is that we can move on to multiple levels. Moving to level 2 is bringing your elbows on the ground and pushing your hip upwards. So don't just sit back with your butt on the ground like some lazy person. Actually push it up to actively stretch your quads and your frontal chain. Level 3 is basically just lying down all the way and pushing our hips upward. Like so. Push up, push up, push up, and you're gonna feel it either more in your quadriceps or in your hip flexors, depending on where you are more or less mobile or flexible. We're gonna move to our posterior chain, aka this time we're gonna start out from below and work our way up. Starting with what most people do, and they do it wrong, is the hamstring stretch. Yes, if you've been working on your hamstring mobility, chances are you've been doing it wrong or not as effective as you could be. So, you're gonna see people be doing this. Oh, I want to grab my toes, but I can't. Even if you can touch your toes like this, That's not the best way to do it. Put your legs up, you're gonna grab both of your legs really, really tight, and then you're gonna start straightening out. And what that does is it keeps your upper body as close to your lower body as possible, giving you a real nice pull at the back of your hamstrings. Now, what we're gonna do here additionally is instead of having our toes away from our body, we're gonna pull them in as close as we can to actively add a stretch in our gastrocnemius and soleus. So the stretch in this exercise starts out here and moves all the way up to our lower back. Easy peasy, and I believe you can do it. I believe in you. This time we want to go into rotation, meaning we're not just pulling forward like so, but we actually want to add some rotation in our lower back to get that nice flexibility that goes from one way to another. All you need to do is basically lie down on the ground, and the easiest way to do this one is left foot on your right knee, right hand on your left knee, and you're gonna pull both legs to one side with one arm stretched to the other side. I have a full rotation down here in my spinal erectors. And you want to keep both shoulders on the ground for maximum effect. And then you're gonna go up and switch. Right foot on your left knee, left hand on your right knee, and pull both all the way to the left. As you can see here, again, we have a nice stretch in our spinal erectors. Your shoulders don't just open up back ways, which is more like chest mobility, but also forward. And this additionally is really good for scapular control and scapular stabilization. We're gonna do some adduction, lengthening all the way, and adduction, pulling in together, both our shoulder blades touching. Of course, you want to have your head down like so you can round up as much as you can, and you want to lengthen those shoulders. The longer the better. To recap, we have worked on our shoulder mobility by opening up our shoulders and chest. We have worked on our chest mobility by opening up sideways. We have worked on our hip flexors, quadriceps, and lower abdominals by going backwards as we did before in the hip mobility exercise. And we did our entire posterior chain first by doing the hamstring exercise that included also our gastric and soleus plus our ass and lower back. Because of course, if you're pulling forward, you're also stretching out your gluteus, your glutes, your glutees, your ass, your cheeks, your bum. Spinal erectors, left side, right side, and then we did shoulder lengthening also to the front. With this, we have worked through every single problem zone that most people struggle with. If you follow this, you really don't need any other kind of mobility routine. Now, if you want to do ballet or if you want to follow along with some advanced mobility, check out this, because here we have a follow along for people who have already done a lot of mobility, but they don't have the strength or endurance to do advanced stuff, which is why I am here. So check it out. As always, it was a delight having you here. If you liked the video, like the video, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow because new videos every day. Captain Cairo, peace out.